A lot of people saying, Bill, part of the problem, the president concentrated too much on this to begin with, Obama's health care law. And apparently one of the main parts of it is in jeopardy. The president said that people without insurance from their jobs would be able to shop for health plans in exchanges set up by 2014. But now policy experts say that many states are not going to have their exchanges set up by that deadline. And if that happens, then Uncle Sam steps in. Grace Marie Turner is the president of the Galen Institute, which is a research organization that focuses on free market health reform. Thanks so much for joining us.
Good morning, Heather.
So tell me a little bit more about these insurance exchanges. What, in fact, are they supposed to do?
Well, here we are in the midst of this budget crisis, talking about setting up the states have to set up these huge new exchanges to distribute hundreds of billions of dollars in new subsidies, while 28 states are challenging the law in the courts and basically saying that we don't want to implement this law in the first place, but yet if they don't, then the feds are going to come in and do it. So it's a huge, huge dilemma for the states to set up these massive new bureaucracies to implement a law that they don't want to implement, to distribute hundreds of billions of dollars in subsidies that we don't have. I think it's indicative of how flawed this legislation is and how much it's really distracting people from thinking about jobs and thinking about what is this law doing to deter employers from hiring. I think it's all part of the same conversation.
Yeah, and with that job report that just came out today, not good news. So what happens if, in fact, the exchanges, they've been set up, this money's been spent, the time has been spent, and the health care law is declared unconstitutional? Then it's a wash, just a lot of wasted money and time?
Well, I think that's actually what the states are thinking. You've got only 10 states have passed legislation to set up these new exchanges, these new bureaucracies to distribute this money. And those 10 states, really, some of them haven't done much beyond that. The rest of them are thinking, why should we do all this if the law is either declared unconstitutional by the Supreme Court, likely if it happens, that would be a year from now, or if it's repealed by the next Congress. So they're just saying, why should we go through all this if, in fact, this law is not even going to be in place? But if they don't, then the federal government comes in and basically takes over and runs it themselves and takes away the authority for the states. So they're really over a barrel.
Yeah, so just around and around in circles. Thank you so much.
Yes.
We appreciate you
Thank
joining
you,
us.
Heather.
Grace Marie Turner, thank you.
Right about 20 minutes.